many decisions are made, right here. If I think, last couple weeks ago, we had a situation where we had somebody who unfortunately had been doing meth all morning. And they were in the room and everything, and it was clear that they had the potential to hurt themselves. I wasn't really worried that they would hurt us, but they had the potential to hurt themselves. And so those kind of decisions are made on the fly, if you will. I will share a little bit of a dream I had the other night. I didn't even tell my wife until the next day, but I had this dream without getting into the details. But in the dream, I felt I felt like somebody was in the house. And so, you know, my best look, a towel wrapped around, sleep still in my eyes. I walk downstairs to check, and I'm like, how did the door open without being open? And then through a series of events, I was so compelled by everything that was happening because I had been in this dream world and now I was in this natural world, but they had melded, that I felt like I was to get dressed and go and get in my car. And I drove up by the hospital at 2 o'clock in the morning. Not everybody functions like that. And not everybody does that, hopefully. But my wife, the next day, I was telling her, she goes, I didn't even know you left. And I'm like, and there was a part of me that feels like, you read the scriptures in, I think it's Acts 16, where Paul talks about, a man shows up from Macedonia, and Paul immediately responds to the vision. I'm not going to tell you I'm Paul, and I'm not going to tell you it was a Macedonian call, but I felt like it was a cry for something, and I can't explain how I got there. And here I am days later, and I still can't explain that to you. But so real was everything that I was going through. There was things that if I had really just taken the time and thought about it, I would go,